All right, so if you're like me, you try to cut stuff and find that you make crappy, shitty shapes, and you've thought, man, a plasma cutter would be really nice here, but I don't really know anything about plasma cutters. This is the video for you, because today I'm going to unbox a plasma cutter, and never having used a plasma cutter before, I'm going to cut some shapes out. So, come on over here. This is the Primeweld CUT50D. This is one of the cheaper ones you can get on Amazon. However, it has very good reviews. So we're going to give it a try. Oh, so the Primeweld runs about $280-ish. You can get the one with the scratch start for about $380 or $400. But being that I'm just some guy in my garage, I thought maybe we could go without that feature for 125 bucks. So, let's see. First thing I will say is it does look very well packaged. It has very nice packaging to keep the unit from getting damaged. So let's see. Looks like we have a box. Oh, some important stuff here. Air hose, instruction manuals. I'm sure we'll be back for that after we break something. Spare parts, power and ground cables, and an AG60 cutting torch. Very nice. Here's the unit itself. Oh, that is lightweight. Let's see what we got here. So this is a dual voltage unit. Takes 220 power, which is what we're going to use because we have that available. However, it comes with an adapter to plug it into your regular 110 outlet house thing. I'm guessing you'd want a full 20 amps to run it, but we don't worry about this. That's extra. This unit uses a pretty standard, as far as I can tell, setup, so we can put different torches on here, and we can even modify it if we're willing to break some electrical codes to have pilot arc feature, but we're not going to use that today either. It's a very nice looking unit. Oh, I just except for the buttons come off easy. Here, we're going to go ahead and not worry too much about that either. So I want this off. There we go. The back, I like that it already has the fitting for the air compressor, so we can just plug it right in. I've read that it's really important that we get clean, dry air, so that's why it's got the water separator built into it. I also have a water separator on my tank, so hopefully between the two we're getting pretty good use of getting water out of it and filtered. Pretty. All right, so we'll get set up and then we'll see what it's like to cut some metal for the first time ever. So if I burn it up, that's kind of to be expected. Alright, so I've got some connections plugged in. I plugged in my air. It's going to my air compressor, 90 to 120 pounds. I've got my ground and whatever this little electrical wire is and the actual cable. So it comes with a little wrench, which I'm assuming is for the tips because I have 2 extra sets of tips and some hose clamps and some Teflon tape. I don't know what the hose is for. I'm sure we'll find that out later though. First, firing it up for the first time. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so we've got power and something else. Let's see, it goes up to 50. Let's just try 40 something. I don't know what those settings are for. We'll look at that later. And yeah, all right, so as far as this regulator, it's showing 100 and the regulator is showing about 100 pounds, which is my tank pressure. I'm not sure I want that going into this unit. Let's find out what it does though, before I fiddle with anything. Maybe it's set correctly. Alright, so here you'll see I set up a little bit of steel in the vise, and let's see what we do here.
Holy crap, Dad!
Okay, so this will be our first cut for this. So let's see what happens. Oh, that's cool. So, 1/4-inch steel, just lop that edge off. There it is on the ground. That's cool. Oh, daddy like. Let's do it again. That's so sweet. So that did really good. So that just hacked it off nice and clean. Chunks on the ground. Don't touch, it might be hot. Probably a little cooler. So that was at least a minute with a hacksaw or a sawzall and moments with my new tool. Oh, I like this. Okay. Time for a bigger test. So here's the big test. Curvy lines, which as you can see, I have chop sawed and it was ridiculous and took forever. So we're going to try and just carve that corner out pretty and see what happens. Wish me luck. Okay, ready? Come over and take a look. Let's see what we've done. I mean, considering I didn't even use a guide, that's perfect. Yeah. All right, maybe now I can cut this hole out. Let's give it a try. It just occurs to me I should be wearing safety glasses. Alright. Because this is blowing a bunch of stuff in my face. Not the least of which is all this filing dust from where I was messing with it before. Okay, let's continue. Well, I mean, mostly. I feel like I could just get a hammer and tap that and it would fall through. Maybe not. Okay, some of the slag is holding it together. Otherwise, that is pretty much out of there. Okay.
Wow.
I'm pleased with that. Not bad. No, it's hot. Okay. So that's a circle. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just going around an axle, so I just need clearance, but that'll work. Okay. So, first impressions. This is a huge time saver. Wow. $280, I mean, that's what you'd spend on a Sawzall and a bunch of blades and stuff over time. I don't know how long this lasts on the current consumables, but if I could do that easily, I'm giving it a big old thumbs up. Now I kind of want to know the right way to do it. I just kind of plugged it in and let it rip, and that works. So, you know, if you're working on your project, you're messing around at home, and you're like, I just need to cut 1/4-inch steel, or even sheet metal. If you're doing sheet metal, this would blast through sheet metal. You could probably turn the amperage down. That was on 40. It goes up to 50. But, you know, tinkering around to let me know where to put the settings. But I really think that I would highly recommend. I'll leave a link in the description. Also, big shout out to my cameraman, Little Man. I'll leave a link to his channel as well. If you're into the gamer stuff, he's pretty having a great time doing that stuff. So, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.